Recording. Okay, so welcome to Mandala. Could I ask you to take a seat? We'll take a couple of minutes just to arrive. If you're playing any music, you know that you can always play along. At home, there is a playlist for April Mandala. If you are interested, I'll pop it in the chat. But just taking a moment to sit, a moment to arrive. Eyes can be closed. You can sit with your legs crossed, or you can sit with your knees bent and sit on your feet. As long as you're comfortable for a couple of moments. And just allow your attention to draw in to your space, wherever you are, whatever space you take up, whatever might be around you. And just allowing your attention to be consumed by how you're doing today. How are you doing? How are you feeling? And whatever comes from that, allow it to come. We're certainly not trying to change anything, suppress anything. We're working with the back body today, so an element of earth, but also working with building some strength around the upper body. So working with some very subtle, yet powerful postures to open the shoulders and build upper body strength. But in terms of our mindset, in terms of our collective mindset for our practice, it's really themed around what is it that motivates us? What is it that motivates us on our mat, in our practice? What brings you to your practice each time? But also what we can take from that. You know, yoga is a tool to bring into our life, into our exchanges, into our moments. So perhaps taking a couple of minutes, just meditating on what is it that motivates you? What are the things that drive you, that inspire you? Maybe they're people, maybe they're places, maybe it's obtaining something or a feeling. And allowing whatever that is, whatever that might be for you, to really give you the strength that you need in the times that perhaps are more challenging, to dip into that state of motivation. When life throws its challenges, it's in those moments that we are asked to use our practices, to use the tools that we learn, not only through life, but also from our yoga, from our yoga practice. Take a really long breath in for me here. Sigh the breath out through your mouth. And then allow your hands to come together in front of the chest. Coming into Namaskara Mudra. We'll come together in an Om. Take a deep inhale. Let the breath go. Inhale to chant. Om. There you go, Bob. Go on. Good boy. Let your eyes open. Find your way, my loves, to a seated forward fold. So outstretch your legs for me. You can stay elevated if that makes sense for you. You can stay on a cushion or on a bolster. We're coming into caterpillar, just taking a couple of moments to stretch out the backs of the legs. If it makes more sense to have something underneath your knees, then bring something under your knees, a rolled up blanket, your arms perhaps. Or maybe it feels more appropriate to bring the head onto something and let it rest and be supported. We'll just take 2 minutes here. We're not trying to find any particular shape. Or move into any degree of forward motion, but we're certainly trying to find a place that takes us to a point. It takes us to an edge that we feel like we're moving into something, creating an experience in the body. So staying with that yinness, the softer aspect, the feminine side, all about nurturing, asking ourselves what it is that we need in these moments. And even for the last minute, how would it feel for you to bring the chin toward your chest? And even though your eyes might be closed and your head moving forward and down, just notice how that might change your experience. So the focus might shift now from the legs to the back. Last 10 seconds. I want you ever so slowly to come out of this one. Really take your time to release it. Eventually, when you unravel, making your way to a tabletop position for our next position. So from tabletop, let us step our right foot on the outside of the right hand. So as wide as the mat. You can even shuffle the foot a bit further forward or maybe guide your back knee further back. We'll take a lizard lunge here for 2 minutes. You can always prop something underneath your hands or your elbows, a cushion, block, whatever you need. Just stretching out your hips, moving into the groin. As we approach halfway with 1 minute to go, if you wanted to make it a little bit more yang, you could always tuck the back toes under and raise the left knee off the floor. And coming into lizard for the last minute. That's your choice. And quiet into your body as to what it is that you need. If you've lifted your left knee off the floor, place it down for me. Take your time to do that. And then we'll start coming back into half split. So we'll move straight into our next shape. So start to move your weight slowly back and allow your front leg to lengthen. If you need to shuffle forward or shuffle back, then that's completely okay. Try and keep your left hip above the knee if you can. Make it a little bit more active. Allow the back of your right knee to press downward and your right toes to lift up and curl towards your face. We're just here for 30 seconds more. Okay, come on back to child's pose for me. Either knees together or wide. Bring the hips back, rest, bring your body down. Remember, in these moments, we're really allowing ourselves to cultivate the mindset for our practice. Allowing the teachings of this yin element of our practice to really be soaked in, to be taken in to our mindset, into our body, into our practice. Okay, coming forward, left foot on the outside of the hand. 2 minutes. Your last minute. So coming off the knee, if you went on the other side, tucking your right toes under. Otherwise, stay as you are. Lower the knee down. Take your time. Good. Start shifting your weight back. We'll take just 1 minute here in half splits.
Last 20 seconds. Wonderful. Okay. This time, back to tabletop. So placing the knees down. Move any props away. And then take the hands a little bit further forward. Just come into down dog and release the legs. Lifting the knees, sending the sitting bones up and pressing the chest backward, pressing into your hands, foaming out of your shoulders. And remember, as always, if you have the space in the legs to have straight knees, then really try and press the heel bones toward the floor, even allowing your toes to lift gently away from the ground. Otherwise, the knees can be soft. The pelvis is moving forward as the tailbone lifts up behind you. You're trying to allow the spine to be long, allowing your breath to be steady. And be mindful where you're looking. Just notice if you're becoming distracted. The power of our drishti is so significant in our practice. So either rest it at the tip of your nose, okay, or you could look up towards your belly or look back towards your feet. And try and keep the gaze steady, keeping the mind steady. Wonderful. Take your time and come all the way forward. So walk your feet to the space in between the hands. Soften your knees and come all the way up. Raise your arms up. Deep breath in. And then hands to heart center, exhale. I'm going to quickly show you what the flow is going to look like. It's going to change a little bit within the 3 mandalas, but I'm going to quickly show you so that you can get an idea where you're going. Remember, this is fast forward, okay? We're going to inhale, raise the leg. Exhale, step it through, back knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to half splits with option to take the foot. Inhale to a twist. Exhale to wide angle forward fold. Inhale to Shiva's twist to turn, and then stepping back through your vinyasa. And that pretty much repeats itself. We just add a little bit more as we go. All right, but just to give you an idea of how we're going to move, how the breath is going to move. Okay, we're going to start from mountain pose at the top of the mat, connecting into your feet. Take a deep inhale, raise your arms up, look up. Fold down and forward on your exhale, hands either sides of your feet, pull the face to the legs. And then inhale, look forward, strong spine. Back to high plank, step or hop both of your feet back and pause. Take a breath in and press the floor away. And make your transition to the floor with either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend, up dog or cobra, good. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Take a breath in here and a breath out. Beginning mandala 1, raise your right leg, take a deep inhale. Bend the knees, you look forward like you're tapping the back of the head, and then step this through on your exhale, back knee to floor. Raise your arms up, interlace your fingers, keep your palms facing down. Half splits, press into the front heel. You're going to reach towards your right foot with your hands. If that isn't happening, take the hands to the floor. Bring the weight into the right foot, come off the back knee, raise your right arm up, you're in a twist. Inhale, good. Turn to the long left edge of your mat as you exhale, wide angle forward fold. Yes. Inhale to Shiva's twist, back of mat. Right hand down, swivel the feet and send your left arm behind you. Good. Plank, step your left foot back. Make your transition down. And then lift into your back bend. Breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Clear it out with a breath in. And let it go with a breath out. Same, right leg. Inhale, sweep it up. Bend the knee before you step it through. Exhale, place it down, back knee to floor. Arms rise, breathe in, interlace your fingers. Exhale, half split, catch the foot if you can, or take the hands to the floor, bow the head down. Take a lunge into the right foot, raise your right arm. Turn to the long edge of your mat, wide angle forward fold. Hands can be on the floor under the pelvis. Shiva's twist, so you're facing the front of the mat. Reach your left arm behind you. We've got 3 this time. Inhale, send your arm overhead, and exhale, lower the hips. Inhale, raise. and exhale to lower. One more time up, straight into plank. Exhale, chaturanga, or knees, chest, and chin. Inhale to lift. Exhale to downward facing dog. Good. Inhale to clear it. Exhale to let go. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Wonderful. Left leg. Inhale, sweep it to ceiling. Bend the knees, you look forward, step it through, back knee to floor, breathe out. Inhale, arms rise up, interlace your hands. Half split, send the hands toward your left foot, catch it if you can. Into your lunge, send your left arm up, deep breath. Turn to the long edge of your mat, hands on the floor under the hips. Shiva's twist to the back of the mat. Turn the toes and sink the hips down. Plank, step back, breathe in. You got it. Make your transition to the floor. Breathe out. Inhale to back bend, lift the chest up. Good, downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale to clear, stay in downward facing. Exhale to release. Same, left leg, sweep it to sky, inhale. Step it between hands, back knee to floor, exhale. Arms up, breathe in, interlace your fingers. Exhale, half splits, catch the foot if you can. Inhale to lunge twist, raise your left arm. Yes, wide angle forward fold, turn to the right. Keep turning to the front, Shiva's twist, we have 3. Sink the hips. Good, press into the hand and lift your right arm over. Good, and again, sink and lower. Lift and breathe in. Last time to sink. Last time to raise your arm and then place the hand down, right foot back, plank. Lower, take your vinyasa. Good, up dog, cobra, if you wish. Downward facing dog. Long breath in and long breath out. Okay, from here, let's walk the feet to the top of the mat, forward fold. Come to standing when you're ready. Take a deep inhale. Hands to heart center. Exhale. Nice. Take your arms wide for me. Slight back bend. Squeeze your bottom. Look up. Stay standing, but bring hands to heart. Bow the head. Send the hands to ceiling. Inhale. Look up. Forward fold. Exhale. Come down. Inhale. Half lift. Long spine. Hopping or stepping back. Plank. Taking your vinyasa to lower. Lifting and pressing the floor away. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Mandala 2. Same but different, okay? Raise your right leg. Deep breath. Bend the knee, look forward and step it through. Drop the back knee. Arms forward and up. Inhale, interlace your fingers. Exhale, catch the foot if you can into your half split forward fold. Good. This time you bend into the front knee. Place the left hand on the floor, keep your back knee on the ground, my apologies. We're gonna come to side plank option. First 2 fingers to your right big toe. Spin your left foot off your yoga mat. You're gonna send your right leg up toward the ceiling. So your front foot, if that isn't happening for you today, raise your right arm and then just raise your right leg. Keep your underside knee down on the floor for stability. That's it, my loves, good. 2, well done. Place it back to where it came from. 1, well done. Come off the back knee. We come into a wide angle forward fold. This time, let's take our first 2 fingers to the big toes. Draw the elbows wide and take a long inhale, straighten your back, look forward. And exhale, fold in. 1 more of these. Inhale, raise the chest. And exhale to fold in. Release your toes, walk to the back of the mat for your Shiva's twist. 1, sweep your left arm back and turn. Good. Plank, inhale, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale to raise the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now this time, we're going to come into plank position. So move your shoulders forward for me, lower your hips, squeeze your bottom, and then drop your heels to the right so that your feet are staggered. And then bend your knees and move your hips towards your feet, press into the hands. Come back through plank, inhale on the balls of the feet, and then heels to the left, bend the knees, hips back to the feet, exhale. Inhale to plank, exhale to twist, inhale plank, last one, exhale to the left. Inhale to plank, downward facing dog, exhale. Good, right leg, raise it up, deep breath in. Bend the knee, look forward, step it through, back knee to floor. Arms up, on your breath in, interlace your fingers. On your exhale, you're folding over the front leg, catching the foot if you can. Same thing, left hand to the floor, bend into the knees, spin your left foot behind you, take your first two fingers to the big toe, and raise your right leg if you can. Remember, if that's not happening, release your toes, you're in your supported side plank. Wherever you are, we're here for 2. 1, replace the right foot, back to where it came from, come off the back knee. Turn to the long edge of your mat, you're in your wide angle forward fold. This time catch the ankles, outer ankles with your hands, elbows wide. Long breath in, arms straight, lift the chest. Long breath out, hug on the feet and fold in. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. Good, turn to the front of your mat, 3 Shiva's twists. Toes turn, left arm behind. And then raise your hips and left arm, inhale. And then exhale to twist. Inhale to lift. Last one, exhale. Inhale to lift, step back into plank on your exhalation to lower. Inhale, upwards facing dog, good. Exhale, downwards facing dog. Clear it out, take a breath. Okay, same, left leg. Sweep it to ceiling, deep inhale. Bend the knee, look forward. Step it through, exhale, back knee to floor. Raising arms, interlace the fingers. Fold over the front leg as you straighten out your left knee. Catch the foot with your hands. Bend into the front knee, right hand down. Swivel your right foot as you turn into your side plank. Maybe the first 2 fingers to the left big toe. We're trying to send the pelvis forward. Energize the back of your right thigh, your right butt cheek. Well done, 2. And 1, step it back to where it came from. Come off the back knee, turn your toes to the right. Come into your forward fold. First 2 fingers to big toe. You know this. Inhale, raise the chest, arms straight. Exhale to pull under. One more time, breathe in. Breathe out. Good, turn to the back of your mat. 1, twist into Shiva. Find your transition into your plank. Inhale, lower chaturanga, exhale. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale to your downward facing dog. We have our twisty planks again. Move to plank, breathe in. Heels to one side, bend the knees. Exhale, bring the hips back. Inhale, straighten out in plank. Exhale, heels to the left, bend the knees. Inhale. Good, 1 more on each side. Into plank. Well done, last one. Plank position. Back into downward facing. Woohoo! Long breath in. Long breath out. Last left leg. Raise it up, deep breath. Bend the knee, look forward, step it through, back knee to floor. Arms up, interlace your fingers. Half splits. Hands to the ground or catch your foot, fold along the leg. Wonderful, supported side plank, stay on your right knee and send your left leg up, keeping the big toes if you can. If not, you're hovering, you're doing amazing. Yes, 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 well done, Steve, good. Lovely, replace the foot back to where it came from. Come off the back knee, turn your feet to the right side, forward fold. Catch the outer ankles with your hands. Lift the chest so your arms are straight, look forward. And then pull in on your exhale, keep your elbows wide. Just one more of these. Breathe in, lift the chest, straight arms, and exhale to fold. Yes, guys, walk to the front with your hands. 3 Shivas, twisting. Love a Shiva's twist. Inhale, raise the hips, arm overhead. Good. Exhale to sink. Inhale to lift. Last time, lower. Bend to plank, step back. Breathe in. Coming through your transition, breathe out. Upwards facing, inhale. Amazing stuff. Downwards facing, exhale. Long breath in. And long breath out. Let's from here take a pause, coming down onto the knees. Take a moment to sit back onto your feet. We'll just break up the flow with a practice opportunity. So coming into a inversion practice. Ooh, I'm all tangled up. Okay, if that means coming to the wall, come to the wall, all right? Before we come into our Mandala 3, we'll take an opportunity to practice. That might be crow for you today. That might be child's pose. That may be your headstand inversion, or pincher, or even handstand, your choice. So from a kneeling position, interlace your fingers for supported Shirshasana, or you can coming into your tripod with your hands down and your elbows bent, okay? Coming onto the balls of the feet, lift the knees and walk your feet in. Trying to bring the hips above the shoulders. If you can, I want you to think about raising your legs up simultaneously. If you need to bring one knee in and raise your dominant leg up first, then that's also okay. Nice. That's it, Eileen, really strong. Nice, Emma. All of you, smashing it, well done. If you find yourself there, wherever there might be, I really want you to try and enjoy it. So if you are upside down, if you're still there, really try and soften into it. Try and find the sweetness. Let go of the effort because you've arrived there. So let go of the pushing and the forcing. Really nice. And then if you're still upside down, ever so slowly take your time, bring the feet to the floor, take a pause in child's pose, especially if you've been balancing in your head. Take a moment to release your neck and your spine. And then let it go, yeah? As you come to your breath, the breath teaches us to be in this moment. It teaches us to let go of the unchangeable past. It teaches us to let go of the uncertainty of what's happening next. So try and be in the moment. That's where the magic happens. Let's reconnect now to downward facing. So taking the hands forward, as you raise your knees and descend your heel bones down, take a breath in and a breath out. Bring the feet forward to the space in between your hands. Step, hop, or fly in. Come to standing when you're ready. Deep breath, raise your arms. Hands to heart center, exhale, Samastitihi. Last mandala, send your arms wide. Look up, squeeze your bottom. Hands to heart as you bow in, exhale. Raise your prayer, inhale, look up. Forward fold, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Step or hop back to plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Tops of feet, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. So same, but different, you know it? Okay. Let's take our right leg high on the breath in. Bend the knee, look forward on the breath out. Step the foot through, land the back knee to the floor. Raise your arms, deep breath in. Interlace your fingers and fold forward, catching the right foot. We're going to stay here a little bit longer this time. So allowing yourself to move into half splits. Crease of the right hip is moving to the ground. If you're grabbing your right foot, there's a balance also required here. So really firming the back of your left thigh. Your hamstrings are contracting to keep stability through the back leg. If your hands are on the floor, make your fingertips light on the ground. One more breath. Good. Hands to the floor, bend into the front knee, come off your back knee now, tuck the toes under. Option, left hand to the floor, side plank, taking your big toe around, your fingers around your big toe. Okay. Option 1. Option 2, you're going to try and keep the back knee to the floor and come into the variation we were just working. Option 3, your regular side plank. Okay. That's it. Yes, good. Lift your underside hip. That's it, Abby. Nice. Really strong. Well done. Take another breath. Bring the foot back to where it came from. Well done. Turn to the left edge of your mat, wide angle forward fold. This time, I want you to walk your hands underneath you. Walk your fingers as far underneath as you can, inviting yourself to fold deeply into your forward fold here. So hands are walking through the legs behind you. That's it. See if you can bring the palms flat. Use the palms, use the resistance to bring yourself into your deep fold. Well done. One more breath. Nice. Guide the hands forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Walk to the back of your mat with your hands. Shiva's twist. Exhale. Find your plank. Step back. Inhale. Chaturanga, lower. Exhale. Inhale to your back bend. Lift the chest up. Downward facing dog, raise the hips. Same but different. Right leg up. Inhale. Bend the knee, look forward. Exhale, step it through. But keep the back knee off the floor this time. Arms forward and up. Catch your point to look at. Important. Okay. Reach your fingers up to the ceiling. The palms can touch if that feels okay for you. You can interlace your fingers if that makes more sense. And I want you to take your time to lower your left knee down to the floor here. Lower the back knee, good. Half splits. Catch the right foot if you can. Bow the head to the shin. Wonderful, wonderful. This time we're going to frame the leg, lift the chest, and we're going to take a twist here. So I want you to take your left hand around on the outside of your right ankle if you can. It's going to be on the floor, or it's going to be on a block. So on the floor, on the outside of your right leg, right hand to the waist, squeeze your bottom, keep looking down as you raise your right arm up to the ceiling. If you feel supernova, look up to your right thumb. If you feel really steady, start looking up to the ceiling for 3, 2, and 1. Frame the front leg, look down. Take the weight into the front foot, come off the back knee. Turn to the long edge of your mat, wide angle forward fold. Okay, we come back into wide angle forward fold. Now this time you can stay in your Prasarita Padottanasana, okay? If you want to use it as an opportunity to invert, then it'd be rude not to. So either your tripod setup, hands wide, elbows bent, bring the top of the head down. You're gonna bend your knees and place them on your elbows if you can, stage 1. Or stage 2, you're gonna bring the weight into the balls of the feet and send your legs up and bring the feet together. Yes, Cheryl, nice. Really strong. One more breath wherever you are. Good. If the feet are lifted, take your time to replace them down on your mat, wide angle. Good. Yeah, don't rush it, Abby, take your time. Inhale to the fingertips, lift the chest. And then walk your hands to the front of your mat. Shiva's twist, we have 3, left arm back, sink the hips. Raise the hips and left arm, inhale, and sink it, exhale. Breathe in to lift, breathe out to lower. Inhale to raise the arm and then place it to mat for plank. Stepping back, lower through your vinyasa. Upwards facing dog. Well done, guys. Downwards facing dog. Clear it out, breathe in. And breathe out. One more time, inhale and exhale. Last leg, left leg, inhale, sweep it up. Bend the knee, look forward like you're tapping the back of your head and then step it through. Release the back knee down. Arms up, breathe in, interlace your fingers. Breathe out to fold over the front leg. Catch the foot, we're here for 5, 4. Remember, we want to try and squeeze the back of the right leg, so contracting the right hamstrings. 2. And 1. Bend into the front knee, frame the front foot, come off the back knee now. Side plank. Go where you need to go. If you can, first 2 fingers to the big toe, outer edge of your right foot, whoop, and send your left leg high. Remember to lift the underside hip. You're contracting the right side of your body and lift it up away from the floor. That's nice, good. Replace the foot to where it came from. Amazing, Eileen, really nice. Step it forward, well done. Turn to the long right edge of your mat. Woohoo. We're back in our forward fold. Again, we're going to walk our hands underneath us, so straight through the legs. Walk them as far away from you as you can, palms flat, inviting the head to find the floor. And remember here, general rule of thumb is the wider your feet, the further forward you will fold. So if you are finding it challenging to bring yourself into this folded position from the hip, and you're trying to bring the head down, see if you can manage taking your feet a little bit wider. Last breath. Guide the hands forward, raise the chest and head, inhale. Walk the hands to the back, turn the feet, exhale. Woohoo, hello legs. Shiva's twist, one of these. And then into our transition. Plank, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Into your back bend, press the floor away. Amazing stuff. Downward facing, raise the hips. Okay, left leg, inhale, sweep it up. Bend the knee, look forward, step it through. Exhale, lower the back knee down. Raise your arms, breathing in, interlace your fingers. Catch the left foot as you exhale, straighten out the leg. Folding over the left leg. Good, keep the legs straight. Place your hands on the floor and lift the chest up. So we're still in a half splits. We're going to take our right hand and place it on the outside of the left leg. Place it on the floor. Good, use a block if you need to, left hand to the waist. Now at this point, squeeze your sitting bones together. So really firm your bottom. And then if you can, left arm is going to reach up to the ceiling. So you're in a twist. If you feel like you can look up, raise your eyes to your left thumb for 3, 2, and 1. Good, look to the floor, frame the leg, come off the back knee. Turning to the long edge of your mat. Woohoo. Okay, guys, let's have another opportunity, another inversion practice. Either coming back into your tripod, knees to triceps, or playing with your supported headstand variation, coming from straddle. That's it, Cheryl, go for it, chick. You can do it, you can do it. It's also just really nice just being upside down in a forward fold. So if you're just hanging out here with me, it's all good. That's it, guys, amazing. Strong yogis. Nice. Okay, make your descent. Bring the feet to the floor. Take your time to raise your head, inhaling. Put the hands to the front of your mat. Exhaling. Woohoo! Shiva's twist. Turn your toes, sink your left thigh, and then raise the hips up. 1, inhale. Sink it down. Raise it for 2. And lower. Last time, raise it for 3, and then into plank. Stepping back, chaturanga. Upwards facing dog. Downwards facing dog. Okay, we're going to come to tabletop now. So place the knees on the floor a little bit wide. We'll take a twist. So keep the right hand on the floor, raise your left arm up for me. Look up and see your thumb if you can, and then thread it through underneath your right arm. Bring your left shoulder to the ground, the left ear to the floor. Either be here or send your right arm up to the ceiling. Now try and move your hands away from each other. Send them as far apart from each other as you can. Good, Emma, nice. Nice, nice, nice. One more breath. Wonderful, gently right hand down. Left hand to the floor. Come to cat-cow. Inhale, look forward, lift your tailbone. Exhale, round your back, pull the belly and chin in. Settle into neutral. Last side, right arm up, deep breath. Thread it through to your left. Bring the shoulder down, exhale. Raise your left arm, send your hands away from each other, opening through the ribs. 4, 3, keep sending them apart. 2, and 1. Good, left hand to floor, right hand presses back. Cat-cow, inhale. Exhale. Into neutral, hands a little further forward, downwards facing. Curl your toes, raise your knees, deep breath in, deep breath out. Walk the feet forward, forward fold at top of mat. Come to stand when you're ready. Deep breath in. Hands to heart center, exhale. A moment, widen your feet a little bit, close your eyes if you wish. Take a pause. Connect to the fire that's in your belly. Yeah, connect to that motivation in you. That fire that keeps you burning, that keeps you going. And tap into it when you need it. Tap into it when your mind becomes critical, when you start doubting yourself. And then gently walk the feet back together if they're wide. Open your eyes, take an inhale, raise your arms up. Forward fold, come all the way down. Half lift, look forward, long spine, straight arms and legs. Back through plank, chaturanga, or your knees, chest and chin. Cobra or upwards facing. Downwards facing dog. Okay, our standing sequence, raising the right leg up, deep breath in. Bend the knee, look forward, step it lightly between your hands on your exhale. Arms forward and up, deep breath. And then from here, I want you to straighten your front leg and pivot your back heel to the floor, okay? Take your arms in front of you and cross your right arm over your left. Either take your shoulders or grab wrist or palms, okay? If you feel really wide with your feet, then bring your back foot a little closer in. So we're in pyramid. We're going to take pyramid fold, Parsvottanasana. Raise your elbows up for me. Inhale. We're going to start pivoting forward from the hips on the exhale. Really press into the feet, firm into your inner thighs as you start to bow over your front leg. Lift up through the knees, lift up through your inner back thigh. Wonderful. Keep pulling your forearms apart from each other. One more breath. And then bend into your front knees, you stay down, look forward and raise your arms. Keep them entwined if you can. Warrior 1 legs, but arch back. Inhale, raise your fingers up, look up. Keep your front knee bent, humble warrior. Pull your elbows in and lower your fingers down on the inside of your right foot. If you can, you're gonna take the outer right shoulder on your inner right knee. So we're bowing graciously down on the inner right thigh. Maybe the fingers are coming down, maybe your forearms are moving down toward the floor. One more breath. Good. Press into the right foot really powerfully now. Come back into warrior 1, keep eagle arms. Pivot onto the ball of the back foot, bend into the back knee a little bit. We're gonna start leaning forward and hug our left leg over our right leg for eagle legs. So transition the weight into the right leg, bend into the right knee. Wrapping the left leg over for 5. Tuck the left foot if you can, behind your right calf for 4, 3, keeping your arms for 2, and 1. Left knee into the chest as you stand up straight on your right leg. Standing split, left foot is going to draw behind you as you lean forward. Now your eagle arms is going to really help you here. So as you raise your left leg up, allow your upper body to move forward, your fingers to move toward the floor. And if you fall down unexpectedly, if the hands come down to the floor, that's completely okay. 1 more breath. And then hands to the floor, you're in a standing split. Take a big step back, left foot. Woohoo. Right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Drag it to the ceiling. Inhale. Chaturanga, come forward with your shoulders. Exhale. Upward facing dog, really nice. Downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward, hop in, fly in if you wish. Come to standing, deep breath in. Forward fold, exhale all the way down. Keep flowing with your breath, half lift, look forward. Step, hop or fly back to plank. Chaturanga or lower your knees. Up dog or cobra, press the floor away, pull your shoulders back. Downwards facing, raise the hips. Long inhale, long exhale. Good, left side. Raise your left leg up. Bend the knee, look forward like a feather, step it through. Come to high lunge, arms up, deep breath. And then as you straighten your front leg, maybe a slight step forward with your back foot, turning your back foot out. Left arm is going to wrap over the right arm. Take your shoulders here if you need to. Okay, legs are straight. Raise your fingers and your elbows, and on inhale to prepare. We're pivoting forward from the hips on the exhale to come into pyramid fold. So we're moving over the front leg. We're straightening into the legs if we can. Pull your left thigh bone back in space and feel like you're pointing your right hip forward slightly. Keep firming up through the inner thighs. Good, 2. 1, bend into the front knee before you go anywhere. Bend into the front knee, look forward, keep the knee bent as you raise yourself up to warrior 1. Good, arch back, inhale. Humble warrior, exhale, lean forward and come into your humble warrior for 5. Your shoulder on the inside of the left thigh. You got it, fingers to the floor for 2. And 1, press into the feet, come back up into your warrior 1. Look forward, look beyond your arms, pivot onto the ball of the back foot. We start traveling into the left leg as we cross the right leg over into Garudasana legs, making sure that you're bending into the knees. The hips are moving down toward the heels, but the shoulders and the crown of the head are lifting upward toward the ceiling. Keep pulling your thighs apart, keep pulling your forearms apart. Wonderful. Standing split, guys, you can do this. Unravel your right leg and send it behind you, and you start leaning forward with your upper body and arms. Like a pendulum, sweeping your right toes up as your left finger, your fingers move downward toward the ground over your left leg. Final breath. Good, hands to the floor, bow the head. Then take a step back, right foot back. Weight into the hands, 3-legged dog, sweep your left leg up. Inhale, through to plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Exhale. Upwards facing dog. Amazing. Downwards facing dog. Woo. No more vinyasas, I promise. Okay, let's do seated sequence. Right leg up, deep breath. Step it through lightly. Exhale, place the back knee down. Raise your arms on your breath in. Ooh, half splits. It's going to feel like second nature now as you exhale. Any variation with your arms. And then take them to the floor if they're not already. Bend into the front knee 1 more time. Lift the shoulders and the head. And then I want you to walk your right foot to the outside of the right hand. We started here in our lunge in yin. And from here, from this place, from this wider straddle, we can come back into half splits. Okay, option. Option to stay here. Or option to keep on this slight diagonal, this slight trajectory. We send the right leg out on a slight angle off to the side. So coming into your splits. Yeah, so the right leg is 1:30. So your right leg is just off 1 o'clock. You got it? Now, guys, if you're there, I want you to try and lean forward, either into your hands or down into your forearms. Sounds harder than it is. That's it, Eileen, nice. That's it, Steve. Yeah, your weight shifts further forward, and then let your left hip bone, yeah, the pointy front of the hip, move slightly forward and down. And then you're like, oh, hello, left hip. Hi, how you doing? Thanks for coming to yoga. Okay, guys, I'm going to quickly demonstrate. I appreciate you're in splits right now. So from here, we might be on forearms. Again, this is going to look harder than it is. We're going to take our right leg all the way back so that we come to lie on our front and arrive in Sphinx pose. Take it all the way back. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Beautiful, guys. And just like that, you made it. Well done. Come onto your forearms. Press into the tops of your feet. It's going to feel amazing. Press into the feet. Press into your pubic bone. And really press the floor with your hands. Lift the chest up. Expand through your front body. Ah. Amazing. And then curling your toes under, forearm plank. Try and draw the belly in. The front of the hips moving toward the floating ribs. Bring the knees to the floor and curl your toes, child's pose. Come back and just release everything for a moment. Wonderful. Okay, connect into the breath. Downward facing. This is your last flow. Okay. Left leg, let's go. Inhale, raise it up. Bend the knee before you step it through, look forward. In between the hands, drop the back knee to the floor. I've changed around so that I can demonstrate, so don't feel confused. If you're confused, I've just changed around, don't worry. From here, we're gonna move back into half splits. Draw the weight back. And then back into a lunge. Walk your left foot wide, outside of the hand. Okay, so now we have our left foot. We're gonna try and draw back into splits. Half splits first. Move the hips back. You're on the heel of the left foot, good. And then if you can, I want you to start sliding off to the side. So think of between 10 and 11, yeah? And then I find that it helps if we lean forward, we come onto our forearms. Allow your right hip point, that's it, amazing guys, to point toward the ground. Roll your right hip point forward. Yes, that's it, amazing stuff. Really nice. Take another long breath. And then I want you to firm into your forearms. Allow your left leg to reach out and all the way back. And like magic, you've landed. The eagle has landed. Come back into Sphinx, just to release the back body, press into the tops of the feet. Think about your kneecaps lifting up, your quadriceps engaging, press the floor away, raise the chest. Amazing. From here, let's come down to rest, elbows wide. Rest the head on the hands. Let your heels flop out to the side, releasing your legs completely.
Just give yourself permission to be still for these moments. I'm going to ask you to come back to child's pose as a transition, bringing your hips back, let your back round and your head relax. And then take your time to come to sit for me. I'd like to set up now for our final yin posture. If there's anything that you want to do before you come to really give yourself permission to be still, then please take moments now to explore that. You know, maybe you came to practice and you're like, I really wanted to do such and such, then do it. It's your time, it's your practice. But otherwise, we're going to set up for fish. It's going to be a supported variation of fish. Depending on what props you've got, I'm going to show you first with what it might look like with a bolster. Bolster brings it more, actually no, bolster is, yeah, bolster, if you have bolster, is going to come across the top of your shoulders. And then I'm going to place a block behind that for my head, okay? And I'm going to show you with 2 blocks, which you can also use, you can use books instead. So I'm going to bring myself onto the bolster. So think about the middle of your rib cage on the bolster. And then you want to find the block to rest the head. And your arms might be a little bit like, oh, what do I do with my arms? You can have them wherever you want. They can be bent and you can have your hands resting on your chest. They can be just floating off to the side. I find that using a bolster or cushions is quite a restorative way of doing it, in that it is quite supported. It's quite relaxing. I like to use blocks sometimes. It just feels a little bit, I don't know. I don't like using the word stronger, but just I'm going to use that word now because I can't think of another word. There's more definition, I suppose, with blocks, but same premise. So I've got 2 blocks. They're on the middle level, so flat, middle, tall. They're on the middle level, and they're quite close to each other at the very top of my mat. I'm going to, with my feet on the floor for support, use my arms. And again, it's a funny one. And they're across you, so they're horizontal, okay? And then you're gonna find that the very bottom of the very pointy bit of your shoulder blade, yeah, lean back into the first block, bring the hands behind the head so you can find the second block, and then place it behind the back of the head. Arms off to the side. Your knees can stay bent or your legs can straighten out. For me personally, blocks is more firmness, so there's more dynamic to it. But you might prefer the softer side of using a cushion or a bolster. Neither's right, neither's wrong. It's whatever feels appropriate. So as always in our mandala, we finish our sequence with the opposite element to that which we've been working with. So we've been doing a lot of work to open the back of the legs. Closely associated with the element earth. So this really allows us to open the front of the body, as fish is a back bend, and working with the element air, creating space. Clearing out, decluttering. Allow your attention to return and have a moment perhaps asking yourself what you need right now. I'm going to ask you to release this shape, but if you feel like you're good and you're like, yeah, I want to stay here for Shavasana, then you'd be welcome to do that. Otherwise, I'll guide you out of it. Bringing the feet on the floor one by one if they're not already, so the knees are bent. Start to pull your elbows either sides of you, so that your forearms are on the ground, your hands are down by the hips. Lifting the head and start bringing the weight into the elbows. And then maybe you can stretch out one arm using the hand on the floor and just move the block away from under your shoulders, and then move the block away from under your head. And then slowly come back to lie on the floor. And after a moment, just to re-establish the shape of your skeleton, its natural form. If you feel like you need to release anything, maybe pulling the knees in, taking a gentle twist perhaps, or maybe just simply grabbing a blanket or putting a pair of socks on. Do what you need to do so that you can allow yourself to be comfortable for the next couple of minutes, undisturbed. Absorbing all of your efforts, taking it all in. Allow your attention to return gently to your space and to your body. moving in any way that makes sense for you to move. In your own time, coming up to a seated position. Either let your hands rest on your knees or bring them together and bow toward yourself. Bow toward whatever that was, whatever it was that inspired you, that motivated you to show up to your practice today. And really nurse that flame, nurse that spark in you. Keep it alive, keep it bright. Let's take take a deep breath in. Let it go. Inhale to chant. Namaste. Well done, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you can still feel your legs. Amazing stuff. Thanks for being here. Honestly, you inspire me.